Welcome to the KickStart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast,
where we've flipped the script with our groundbreaking modus operandi to bring you real, relevant, and relatable tactics and techniques to master your own play to win mindset.
Talk about a superpower. It's time to iron your cape.
What we know for sure is what got you here won't get you there.
You can't see the spinach in your own teeth.
And finally, hang on, because this one is really deep. Once you realize that you are the traffic, everything makes complete and unadulterated sense.
Welcome to the Edge, where playing not to lose is not an option. So Karen, I know that you know this, but now others will know this. And that is that I tend to watch really mindless, goofy shows when I'm on a plane. And so we were flying to Santa Barbara the other week, and I was watching a real estate show about selling houses in London. So I love real estate. I love looking at houses. I like London. And so it's just it's fun. So they have this realtor office that they follow, and always there's drama in there between the real estate agents. And one of the real estate agents kept saying to the other agent, "You wind me up." So this real estate agent is told she's too emotional, but she keeps saying to the other person, "You wind me up. You're the reason I get emotional." And then when they go and they talk about stuff, the same agent says, "I can't help the way I feel." And she was saying it so much, "You wind me up. I can't help the way I feel. You wind me up. I can't help the way I feel." Those are like two of the biggest lies that people can tell themselves. They give away complete power to the other person. Nobody can wind you up, and you can totally help the way that you feel. And so it's kind of interesting that this agent was such a victim to the other person when all she has to do is manage her own mind so she doesn't get wound up, and she totally can control the way she feels. So since this is in our lane of TFAR and all the things that we do with thoughts create feelings, feelings create actions, actions will then determine your results, I can't help but want to talk about it because then it makes my television viewing on airplanes a little more worthwhile.
I hear you. You know what that is, though? That's just really about how do you take, basically, how do you take responsibility for your own emotions, right? Because your feelings are influenced by your thoughts. And it's not the external circumstances or the other people's actions. It's you have the 100% absolute power to manage your thoughts, which will manage your emotions. And when you blame that on other people, it's really counterproductive because you give all your power away. It's like they did this or they did that or they made me feel this or they made me feel that. Like, it's just like you might as well curl up and, just sit in the corner because you've just put a big giant victim sign on your head.
Yeah. Anytime you have a sentence that you blank me, you exhaust me, you wear me out. And well, now I'm not going in the blanks, but you know what I mean. You make me mad, right? You make me feel guilty. That is giving away all the power. It's my thought about what you say that makes me feel a certain way. Oh my God, that was a rhyme. It's a thought about what they say that makes me feel a certain way. It's not what they actually said. So I think it's interesting. So part of it is it's being able, now definitely there are behaviors that people have that we can get triggered by. We can have a reaction to. We could all of a sudden get emotionally hijacked. And it's because we're reacting versus responding. But it's interesting because we have to ask ourselves, why are we so triggered or heightened around certain topics versus other topics? Because sometimes people will say something and it won't even faze me, and I just, no big deal, let it go. Something else, if I have energy around it, that's my energy that I'm bringing to the topic versus what the other person is doing.
Right. So your thoughts, if you think about it the way you just said that, your thoughts almost act as filters through which you interpret different events, different interactions, different things that pop up. And those interpretations are going to shape how you're going to obviously think about it, and then how you're going to emotionally respond to it.
100%.
So it's examining your own filters, which have been installed, quite frankly, for years and years and years and years. So it's the filter. Sometimes maybe, Jen, what it just is, it's like an air conditioner, right? You need to clean the filter. It's like a clothes dryer. When it gets all dusty and things don't get through anymore, you have to clean them, right? You have to get all that lint and all that dust out, or the dryer's not going to dry as well. But when you clean the filters, then it's allowing new things to come through, because that old dust and thinking, and it's clogging everything up.
Yeah, it's so true. So a way to kind of start to focus, sometimes it's hard to catch ourselves when we do it, but if you listen to other people talk, notice how many times they give away their power of how it is that they're feeling with, they made me so mad, they disappointed me, they wind me up, right? I can't help the way I feel. Listen for those types of phrases from other people. Don't comment on them. Don't immediately send them to this podcast episode, but just pay attention to how people talk about it. We are all storytellers of our experience, and the more drama we put into our story, the more drama our story has. So that's one way to do it. Then you can start to catch yourself on saying those types of phrases, because then you could say, how true is that? It's just super interesting. But as I was watching it, I couldn't help but notice the person was such a victim to the other person when they had 100% autonomy to be able to choose how they wanted to react, not have a reaction at all, and not to give their power away. All right, that's all we got.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Kickstart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast. Craving more? Of course you are.
Check out our website at kickstartyouredge.com,
where we fire you up, fan the flames of your competitive edge culture, and ignite your tenacious pursuit of an all-out play to win mindset.